Hey guys, it's me Tiffany here. Welcome back to my channel or Patreon actually, because we're watching Spare Me Your Mercy episode 2 and 3. I was unaware that this show has 2 episodes airing per week because the first episode aired on Thursday last week and there was only 1 episode. And this week I was like on Twitter on Wednesday. I'm like, why are people talking about episode 2? Doesn't it come out like tomorrow or something like that? And I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh no, it says Wednesday to Thursday on IGE. And I was like, oh, so it's 2 episodes a week. There's only 8 episodes too, so like this show's gonna be over within like a month, which is kind of sad because like I've waited so long for this, and we're like okay, I'm excited because I get to know the mystery faster, but at the same time it's like, damn, we can't spend more time with Tor and Jailer, like whatever. But yeah, so I was like decided I'm just gonna watch both episodes every week then, because I don't think I'm patient enough to wait like 1 episode a week when everybody else is talking about it. So we're gonna do 2 episodes. So next week it's gonna be 4 and 5, and then etc etc etc. And then I'll be uploading it on Thursday starting next week, because last week obviously I was Thanksgiving, so I couldn't record on Thursday. This week I have school. It's my final week of like lectures, so like Thursdays I'm like at school the whole time, so I'm gonna film it on Friday, so it's gonna be uploaded on Friday. But starting next week it's gonna be on Thursdays until we finish it within like a few weeks. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this is gonna go. I did see some spoilers because I was like, I don't know, because like people use the Thai hashtag sometimes, and I was like, what is this? Like, I don't know why. I was like just looking at it. I was like, and then I saw the 2 actors pop up. I was like, oh shit, that's that. So I've seen some stuff here and there, but don't really know much about it besides that there are scenes, but like nothing like related to their romance or anything, or the mystery pretty much. But yeah, I'm just excited to see like figure out who the murderer is, because I have my bets. I don't think it's Tor's character whatsoever. I feel like there's gonna be something else, because it's always that. Okay, like it's too easy to be him. Like episode 1 we already got so much like pieces that like points directly toward him. So that's just such like a scapegoat kind of character right now. So yeah, I'm excited to see. So without further ado, let's watch episode 2 and 3 of Spare Me Your Mercy.
เราพบเศษกระเบื้องแตกอยู่ที่ข้างเตียงต่อมาเนี่ยเราพบเศษแก้วกาแฟแตกทิ้งอยู่คุณหญิงภรรยาผู้ตายเนี่ยเล่าให้ฟังว่าวางแก้วกาแฟไว้ที่โต๊ะข้างเตียงแล้วมันหายไป
I personally, based on what is thinking, I'm guessing this person is definitely not the Taurus character, but somebody that was sophisticated in his actions, but I think is slowly derailing a little bit, because there is, I feel like, more and more evidence. Like the first one's a small piece, and then the mug, and then the whole fire. Like he was so clumsy is not the right word, but there is something going on here. I think his mental state might be lowering as he, like, at first, like, this is a very sophisticated person who like thinks he is playing God because these people are suffering. He needs to relieve these suffering, and these people are asking him to kind of like let them leave because they're suffering through these cancer diagnoses. But like the more and more, like just especially that scene we saw with the grandpa, like kind of like struggling a little bit here and there. Like yes, like he might have delirium, the grandpa with end stage cancer and stuff like that, but just like the murderer's actions are getting more like messier, and then he's gonna get exposed, and then maybe it's gonna be a person we're gonna see with more altered mental state, possibly, as he gets more excited about the murder instead of like what he originally thought it was gonna be. Oh. I was like, okay, we're gonna be subtle here. Dinner? He went, I like you. Okay. But do I actually think he likes him right now? Maybe he's interested in him, but I think that's also an excuse. I feel like he also has an agenda, but he's not the murderer.
ตามคุณไปแต่ความจริงคือผมแค่อยากตามไปเจอคุณ
Are we acting? I feel like we're acting here.
ผมแค่อยากจะพัฒนาความสัมพันธ์
He's not buying it. He's like, what the fuck?
ไม่ควรอดข้าวนะครับ รักษาสุขภาพด้วย ถ้าไม่อยากเจอหมอบ่อย
Oh my god. Okay, I'm starting to believe. He smiled. He enjoyed the note. Okay, I think that I'm gonna start believing that our doctor actually likes him. And like he was there to ask him out. But look at the smile.
ๆแล้วถ้าคนไข้เขาอยากตายเองล่ะ สมมุติ ถ้าเขามาขอให้ช่วยให้ทำให้เขาตาย คุณไม่เคยได้ยินหรอกฎหมายเขาว่าความยินยอมไม่เป็นละเมิดนี่ใช่ปะ
ผมไม่เถียงเรื่องยากับหมอ หมอก็อย่าเถียงเรื่องกฎหมายกับผม
We're playing this law game, and I think I live in a state where assisted is legal, and a lot of people do come over here. And I recently talked about this in my ethics class about it because, you know, a lot of the time the difference between like people who come out for that as well as with ideations, there's a difference, and we were talking about like how do we go about this, like the mental health aspect of it. I guess I'm a master's mental health student, so in that aspect of it, so I'm like, you know, like in my opinion, it's like because it's legal, they have the right to do that in that case. So like right now, what they're arguing is like the law versus medicine, like what was the ethics perspective of this. So like I think like if he's doing this, even though like maybe like people don't agree with it, but if the law has kind of like a not really like a loophole, but like does not really like actually state that like assisted blank is illegal. If you do this, you get caught, you get arrested. Then I personally I don't really have much opinion on it. I guess like no, like he shouldn't have done this. He's doing this horrible thing of killing people because we watched this person, like, you know, he asked the questions like, is he aware? Is anybody making you do this? Do you want to do this? You know what's gonna happen if I give you this medication and stuff like that. Like kind of that line where this person is aware of what they're doing and stuff like that, and it is just plain Jane assisted. And if it's legally allowed in many ways, like there's no law prohibiting it, I don't see anything wrong with what he's doing. You know, like ethically, morally, not ethically, morally, a person like our captain here could say like that's wrong, that's murder, but that's a moral thing. That's not law. That's not ethics. That's different things here. So like they can have a moral competition, I think, totally, and argue about this, but medicine and law is not morals.
ผมเลยไม่เสียเวลาอ้อมค้อม ชอบ ผมก็จะบอกว่าชอบ
Okay.
นอกจากว่าคุณจะมีใครดู
Oh, Pieces asking all the right questions.
ไม่มี
So.
แต่ผมไม่ชอบคบใครเล่น
Oh.
ๆ ผมไม่ชอบเป็น one night stand ของใคร
แต่ที่ผมบอกคุณ
Are we
แน่ๆ
like
คือ
talking about like becoming?
คุณไม่ใช่ one night stand ของผมแน่นอน
Ooh. Oh. So.
งั้นผมต้องได้ของขวัญนะ
สวยแล้ว
They're so fucking cute. Why do you gotta ruin this for me?
ไว้เรานัดกันครั้งหน้านะ
Look at they even speak
เดี๋ยว
cute
ถ้าผมเสร็จ
together.
งานเร็ว ผมโทรหานะสุขสันต์วันเกิดนะครับ
Oh. Okay, calm fucking down. Do I need to explain? I think I need to explain because I need to like hear myself out here. like, I just, like, you know, I'm gonna keep defending him because that's, story writing wise, it might be too easy. But at the same time, it's because it's so easy, we want, the screenwriters want us to defend him, but at the end of the day, he is the murderer. But I doubt it, because that's not, I don't know, like, why would you make a series like that, right? Like, he's the murderer, and you build up this relationship, and well, we're gonna have a sad ending. Like, no one likes that. I know, like, there are sad ending shows, but, like, really, I don't think so. This is such an anticipated series, and you have such top actors. Like, it would make sense you put these two really famous actors and very, 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 very well acted actors onto a show where this ending is sad. But I just don't think that's gonna be the case. I still don't think he's. I think once again, it's the whole thing of, like, assisted, it's so hard to say it because, like, I'm trained to say these words out loud, and I'm like, oh, I can't do that online because some people might be uncomfortable with that word. But, like, I think in many circumstances, I think that I have a feeling that Du's mom, I think, actually died of natural causes. Like, she just peacefully passed away. And what the connection with Gunn might be is that he did her hair or, like, dressed her up knowing that, like, okay, she might be suffering a little bit. Maybe she gave her some pain relief, and then so she, like, just naturally passed away in that second. That's why her hair's so up and, like, pretty nice, because, like, he kind of knew the end date was coming, so, like, she, like, tidied her up so she can pass away beautifully. And I think that might be the case. That's why, and the reason why I'm thinking that more is that, like, if what Gunn kind of said was true in the sense of, like his feelings for him, at first I was like, okay, maybe he does have feelings for him, but the reasoning behind it is not the one he told you about it. Like, yeah, my mom talks about you a lot, and I fell in love with you, as like in the stories, and I'm here to confess. Like, I thought it was fake because he wants to, like, get him off his ass. But I think more of, like, that might have been true. Like, there was some kind of connection that he felt for him, and that's why he's enjoying, like, you know, that's why he still continues on, even though, like, he kind of knew the whole situation now that they're, like, kind of dating. So, like, I think that's why, that's the connection where Gunn is coming from with the mom. The second person that died and the third person that died in episode 1, the two guys. Are they two guys? Yeah, two guys. The grandpa in the fields, and then the one with the bile duct cancer. Can you get cancer in your bile duct? I think so. I mean, whatever it was, like liver cancer, whatever it was. I feel like those two were caused by that murder, and I think I'm gonna take back what I said earlier, where, like, the person is derailing, because I don't think that is what's happening. I think it's more of, like, the first person that we saw, the mom, died peacefully. Second person in that died, there was some fight going on, because that person is playing God, and they were fighting the person, like, fighting the patient, because he, like, the patient obviously doesn't want to die, and the other person, like, trying to stab and try to kill you. There's gonna be some kind of fight back, possibly, and then the thing fell over, and just there's, like, the pieces and stuff, it wasn't fully cleaned up. And the third time, we visually saw a fight going on, or, like, a altercation going on here. Those two were done by the same people, the mom was not. And then the fourth person that we saw dying was the kind of what they want to establish what Kun does, is do assisted link. And I don't think he does it a lot. I think he just does it in, like, very, very special circumstances. I think more like, instead of making them feel comfortable, he actually helps with the passing away process, like, speeding up. And then I think the first time around, I think this is the first. I think he learned this kind of methodology and, like, kind of moral view through his mentor, who passed away the same method. Like, the mentor told him to do so, so he kind of, like, built up that mentality and that idea and that moral sense of, like, I don't want my patients to suffer, and if they want to do this, I will help them do that, because so on. Like, what he kind of explained in the episode. I think that's the case going on, and then the director is holding a grudge on him because, like, that's kind of, like, somebody he cared about, like, and he knows, okay, that you killed him, so, like, you are the murderer as well. But, like, you can clearly tell there's two different aspects, and, you know, we could totally say that, like, what Khan did this episode 8, was all a show to get like people like us, like the viewers, and also to off his ass about being a murderer. Like he all has all these plans and stuff like that. But like the thing is, we've seen this character kind of have all these things going on in his life, and all these actions he's done in his daily life is very meticulous and very clean and organized. And what the person's doing seems slightly more unorganized. And there are terminologies for this. I am blanking on it right now because I'm just like everywhere. But it just does seem the mental state is very different from those two people. It's more chaotic, more messy. The idea of like, I'm gonna be the one that decides if people stays alive or people are gonna die kind of aspect here going on. Which brings me back to why I think it's Boss, because Boss, I think the clearest hint was he's like, he kind of have to do a lot of things. Like I'm not gay, but I have to sleep with this man so I can kind of have this peaceful life. You know, he was able to go to school, have a roof over his head, get a good education. I think I said that already, and do all these things and I'll have these nice things because I'm sleeping with this person that kind of is in love with me, and like he doesn't have feelings for him, but he's using him anyways. And there's lack of control, I think, even like because he's he's an orphan as well. And he can't really have much joy in life, but he found like through like idolizing the doctor. It's like, yeah, the doctor is doing, and like, maybe he realized what Gunn has done. Gunn has like okay, like that. It also the idea that he thinks that doctors can play the life and death game as well too. That okay, like I'm gonna get some kind of satisfaction with control through this process of like being a murderer. That's where I'm getting from. The thing is why I also believe it's him is because it's not so clear. Like there's a lot of speculation. He might just be a person who is being used, and because the director has been playing a bigger role in many of it, like the controlling one, so like it's not really clear. But at the same time, there's so much details that tells him that it's him if you put it together the right way, if you have the right kind of reading between the lines. That's what I'm doing right now, so that's what I'm thinking it's him. I don't know. We'll find out next week. But yeah. Like I said earlier, I looked through the story in two different lines. The mystery story and the romance story. And the romance story is really, really good. I love it. The way that they're not wasting any time. He confessed in episode 2. 2 was like, smile, thank you for the little dinner. And then they hang out. You know, even within this like murder case and suspecting him as a murderer, possibly all these things that are going on that like really, literally direct to him, he still fell in love. And it's just so cute. The whole like conversation they had when they're making coffee, the cutest thing ever. And then like in the whole like tent, like he held his hand after he was consoling him. Like, oh, that was so cute. The cutest thing. And then the happy birthday phone call. Everything was so cute with these two. They have chemistry. And honestly, I coming into the show, I was like, you know what? Even if they don't have much chemistry, because like obviously these two don't really need to sell fan service or any thing whatsoever because they're popular, and I think the story itself is gonna like sell them, as you know. So like even if they don't have that much chemistry compared to like people who are like, you know, decide to go on this like group CP promotion thing, I was gonna be fine with, because like I'm just here for the story. Like I'm like really excited for the story. But they got good chemistry. Obviously, I know that Tor and Jayler have been friends for a very long time. They were both in Nadal together. They're both in 9x9 together. They have a long history. So kind of like there's going to be like kind of closeness and friendship chemistry anyways. But that romantic chemistry between Tu and Gun, I love. I like, it's not beyond my expectation on what I thought was going to have that chemistry as well too. So, good job. Honestly, I love it so much. But yeah. I'm very nervous but at the same time, the Gun thing didn't come true because he's not dead. He got kidnapped, but do I think it's Gun who kidnapped him? I don't think so. I feel like he like fought him a little bit, and then he ran away. I don't know. We'll figure that out next week. So yeah. I'm all over the place. I'm just so excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on my social media link down below. See you next time. Bye.